Welcome to the CEO Shift with your host, Shawndel Spader, owner and CEO of Spader Group. In this series, you'll hear fast, focused conversations with business leaders and experts who've made the real shift it takes to scale past the plateau. Each episode delivers high-impact insights designed to help you cut through the noise, make smarter decisions, and lead with clarity.
Hello and welcome to the CEO Shift. I am excited to have Angela Obert, who is the franchise owner and community facilitator for Network in Action Minnesota, a curated trust-first business community where relationships come before transactions. She helps business owners and decision makers get in the right room with the right people, building resource-rich networks that fuel both personal and professional growth. Known for her intuitive leadership and ability to hold the room, Angela creates spaces where connection turns into collaboration and business feels human again. Angela, that I love your intro because honestly, I have watched you live this out and it is so authentic, so you, and so true. So thank you for being here. I'm really excited for our
Yeah,
audience to hear you today.
thank you for having me. It's super excited to be here with you. Yeah.
Yes. Well, as you know, we're going to dive right into your zone of genius, your area of
Mm.
expertise. What do you want to focus on today for our conversation and our listeners?
The importance of building trusting relationships when you're a business owner or even a decision maker within a business. Those relationships have to be authentic in order for them to sustain, whether it's with other coworkers, your referral partners, or your clients. And not everybody's super good at it. Not everybody's born to have the finesse and having a conversation with just anyone. So it does
Right.
take practice. And I know you've done a lot of networking too. And at first, I see people really stumbling through introducing themselves, stumbling through having a conversation with someone without selling to them. And there's skill sets that people can they can learn. Everybody can learn to network, and as long as they're with the right people in
Well,
the
okay,
right
so
room.
my hands literally just got clammy and sweaty thinking about my very first time in a networking room. Oh my gosh, I would never relive. That was like reliving middle school.
Yeah, that's sometimes what it feels like when you come into a room and sometimes it feels a little clicky on one side or no one welcomes you.
Yeah.
And you're brand new to your business, to networking, to everybody in the room. You're brave enough to show up. I mean, it does take courage to show up to a room with people you don't know. I thrive in that, but I also understand that not everybody thrives in that. And you know you're in the wrong room. So I coach people in networking. And if they share a story like that with me, I just say, I encourage you to just turn around and walk out.
Hmm.
Don't give
That's
yourself the
powerful.
pressure. Yeah, the pressure of feeling like you have to stay there. If nobody notices you, you're not in the right room.
Yeah.
You're not in the right room.
I mean, we might just be done here, like right here, 2 minutes in, like
Right?
mic drop. Okay, we're not done here, I promise. But
Yeah.
I seriously, like I haven't thought about that in a long time. And what are we? It's 12 years ago that I literally walked into my first room. And I will say, when I walked in, I was greeted, I was welcomed in, and I was still terrified and green and gross. And then it was like, stand up and do your 30-second pitch. And I
Oh,
was like, my what?
yeah. Yeah.
Like, I was so green and so unprepared, but I survived, obviously. But
Yeah.
man, okay. We won't go down that path.
Can I say something about the pitch? Doesn't matter
Yeah.
what organization you're in and how long anybody's been in that room. The people that have been in that same room for 5, 6, 7 years in that group, they are still thinking about what they're going to say, even if they rehearsed it.
Yeah.
Going around the room and saying introductions and commercials, most of the people are not listening because they're so worried about their own. They're just like in their head going, should I talk about this? Should I ask for that? Should I ask for that? And then you get to them and they stand up and talk. Well, and some people are listening, but they're so in their head about their own that I just,
Hmm.
um, I have a belief about that. About spending
One that
time.
we can share publicly.
Yeah, whether to spend time on intros or commercials, and does it really create relationships? I'm a no for,
Okay.
I will do a commercial or an intro of myself if I'm in a room that someone else is facilitating and that's what they want. But in my own groups and my own membership meetings, quick intros. I don't care if you stand on your head. You can say whatever you want, but you have 30 seconds. And I'll give people prompts too, but I just think it's more important they spend time interacting because that's how you're gonna connect.
Well, and that's super important, right? Like I'm grateful to know to know who's in the room from an industry perspective, right? If especially if I hear somebody's a roofer and I'm like, "Oh, you know what? We're looking to redo our roof." Like, cool. I probably didn't hear anything other than roofer. You're right, because I was thinking about me
Yeah.
selfishly, but I did hear roofer, or I did hear, this, that, or the other. And I like that it's more I like when the focus is more on who are you as a person, not
Yeah.
just what do you do. Like, well, you've been a listener, so you've heard some of these as they've come out
Mhm.
too. But like, this isn't, we're a mom from this hour to this hour, and a wife and a friend and a business owner here, and they're not all segregated. Um, so being able to show up fully and authentically in a room and get to know people. Oh, and we do business. Really, I used to be the flip flop on that, right? Which is why I used to get sweaty
Yes.
palms and kind of freak out and, you know,
Yes. That's
all
because you
the
didn't
things. But,
know. And you
well,
didn't
right,
know
right. That's what
that.
you were told in the beginning. Go to a
Yeah.
networking
And
event, give your
usually,
commercial.
yeah, usually the people in the room are not going to be your clients. It's the people they
Right.
know. And so if the intention is to walk in and want everybody in the room to hire you, nothing will happen. It's like your
Yeah.
your example of the roofer. You just so happen to be aligned that you required a roofer at that time.
Right.
Otherwise, it would have just went. So
Yep.
networking works very intuitively if we start
Mhm.
listening. And the reason why it's important to interact and connect with the people in no matter what kind of group you're in is so you can hear everything they say and you can help embody who they're looking for in the words that they use and the situations their clients are in. So then when you're out in the world, grocery shopping with your family, your friends, out networking, you're going to hear some of these key words and be like, oh, Lisa in my whatever group is looking for someone like you. And then you
Right.
match them up. So it's just a matter of listening. And if you're in fear or brave going into a room with sweaty palms, it takes practice. I mean, it takes a bunch of times of
Yeah.
kind of screwing it up. And that's okay because that's how we learn.
Right.
I mean, we don't learn to
Yeah.
walk just by standing up and walking. We fall down a lot. And this is no
Right.
different. It's a skill just like anything else. No one expects people to know it. And when you're in the right room, if you're new and like you said about the intro, like, oh, I have to do an intro. I've had people just write down a couple things about themselves and they could read it. That is totally acceptable. And if you're in a room that's not accepted, that's not the room for you. Those are
Right.
not supportive people. We want people who support us as a human, who will introduce us to people that we ask for and are our
Hmm.
biggest fan when we have a win, also help us through our challenges. You want a community. You want a resource that you can go to and you sit down. And if you're having a bad day, you can actually say, I'm kind of having an off day. And no one's going to judge you. No one's not going to
Right.
send you a referral just because you're like, oh, I'm not going to ever send her anything. She's having a bad day. Well, I love when I can be with someone and know where they're at. Like they are showing me exactly who they are. That's easy for me to work with. When someone's performing in front of me,
Yeah.
that doesn't work.
You nailed it with performing, right? Like if you've never shown up and said, if we've been here for 2 years and you've never had an off day or shared an experience of
Yeah.
having an off day, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I don't believe you.
Yeah. And everybody has
Like
stuff going on in
everything's
their
not
life.
perfect.
Yeah. And life happens for people. I mean,
Yeah.
business owners, you said earlier too about, you don't segment anything. You're a mom, you're a daughter, um, you're a business owner, you're the CFO, CEO, you're wearing every single hat in your business.
Right.
You're a wife, you're a sister, you're a neighbor. We don't segregate any of that. This
Right.
is the life we chose. We choose to be a business owner because there's freedom in it. Even though we may put in more hours, there's so much freedom in
Hmm.
building a business that's authentically aligned with your own energy. And if you can stay grounded and really learn what that means for you, you will attract people with those same core values and the same beliefs and those same energy. And it's not to create a cult or anything. It's you then networking becomes really, really easy. Super
Right.
easy. Referrals come really, really easy when you create that foundation.
Well, and that I struggle when I have met somebody, been met with the pitch and been met with like, this is what I do, this is how, maybe it's a how I do it, or this is what I do, this is how people can get in contact with me. Please share your people. I completely shut down. I'll be honest. Like I'll say it publicly, right? Like I completely shut down in those spaces because again, I don't want to the people that I hold near and dear to my heart, I don't want to just farm them out. I don't want to
Mm,
make a connection to someone else if they're not going to have great value in it. Like it needs to be mutually beneficial. Um, it doesn't always need to be a sale to be mutually beneficial, right? But sometimes I feel like I've attended groups, whether it be just checking them out for the first time to get to learn. I had one, this was a long time ago, years ago, but it sticks out in my mind because I had attended, they had a very defined agenda structure to their meetings, which is fantastic. I was checking it
yes.
out because I had been on the opposite side of networking at that point, and I was like, all right, let's check this side out. I very quickly, I wish I'd had your advice about, you know what, just turn around and leave. But
You learned.
right, if I had done that, I wouldn't have the story then, right? But like I only attended once because it was here's my information. This is how I serve people. This is what I need from you.
Mhm.
Like speed dating, go to the next person kind of thing.
Yes.
I was like, but I don't even know who you are. I don't know how you show up for your clients. I don't know, like when somebody gets on a conversation on a call with you, like what's that kind of a conversation? Is it here's what I do, buy from me, buy from me, buy from me? Or is it what do you need? Who are you looking
Mhm.
for? What is the problem I can solve for you or attempt to solve for you? And so 100% not an alignment for me, which so thankfully I didn't sign up, but that's
Yeah.
I think a lot of people they're like, "Oh, I heard of this group. Somebody told me it was great." And that's great. And it probably is for them, and that's fantastic. But if it's not great, like how much time and money do we want to invest into something that might
Mhm.
not be in that right arena? So I'm really hung
Yeah.
up on your turn around and leave if it's not the right room because like in a
Yeah.
good way, in a really great way, because
Yeah.
that's powerful.
Yeah. And there's a difference between fear because there's a bear chasing you and fear because you're doing something new.
Yeah.
Totally different. I just heard, so
Bear
I
is so
have
much more comfortable.
oh, there's, so I have a 5.5-year-old granddaughter who did her first piano
Mhm.
recital in front of people.
Oh,
And I was sitting behind my son-in-law and her, and she's kind of doing she's got her tongue in her cheek because she's nervous. And she looked at her dad, she goes, I'm so nervous. And he said, that means you're being brave because you're doing something new that you've never done before. And I just went, oh my God, that was the best thing you could have ever said to any child or any
yes.
human because that
Right,
never
right.
goes away. That's something we have. And if we can remember that that's a signal that we are doing something new, we're putting ourselves in a vulnerable place. We're
Mhm.
growing and expanding ourselves and others by showing up in a room. So there's a difference between walking into a room and you are looking around and you're experiencing just not a good feeling
Mhm.
compared to if you're scared of doing something new or if there's a bear chasing you. There's just, and deciphering like which one is
Mhm.
it? Because sometimes it might feel like a bear. Sometimes it
Right.
might be as scary. I have seen people shaking when they are standing up to answer something or just share at the end of our meetings a takeaway or insight, which is it's personal to them. So they know what they're going to say. It's just
Yeah.
standing up in a room. And what is that? Fear of doing something wrong, getting in trouble. I mean, and we're all adults, but we take that
Right.
on from a child. So yeah, the practice piece of showing up and being in the wrong rooms does help you figure out what the right room is too.
Absolutely. I think you value it more,
Yeah.
right? I mean, we learn from our mistakes. If we keep making them, again, that's a totally different avenue, right? That's
hmm
also a mindset shift.
It
So
is
being able to
totally.
shift that mindset into, okay, I'm doing the same things, nothing's changing. There's a punny kind of thing, something about insanity or whatever, right? Like doing the same
Yeah.
things, expecting
Hitting your
change.
head in that, hitting your head on the wall in the same place.
Yep, yep, exactly.
Getting
Like,
different results, getting the same
y-
results.
right, not effective, not helpful,
Mhm.
absolutely tiring, right? I mean, that's it. So I think that I think the work you're doing is really important for folks to be able to come in and get the most out of it, out of their relationships or building of the relationships and being able to step into those new spaces with more confidence. And it's cool. It's really cool. And I am fortunate enough to have seen you in action, um, which is really great. And what is something like if you had an audience or a handful of folks in front of you, like what is that thing that is super important for business owners to know right now?
Well, business owners, small business owners wear every hat, if not most of the hats. And
Mhm.
it's important for them to know that creating a foundational community of other business owners will be one of the best assets they create for themselves for their life.
Yeah.
It is like having those resources of other people with their challenges and their wisdom. Um,
Mhm.
I have 26-year entrepreneurs as members, and I have people who have just started, people who are in 6 years. And guess what? Sometimes they all have the same challenge where they're
Right.
telling themselves, oh, that person doesn't have any problems. They got it all figured out. But as we know, as business owners, when we scale, it changes. Organization
Mhm.
changes. You might hire someone, you might have to fire someone. Um, as a business owner, we continually change and create new systems, and we require people around us to share that with and give us input. Because there's times I can't see out of my own woods. I have my own
Right.
board of directors. I call them my visionary board because I have so many ideas that I throw out, and I'm like, okay, bring me back to the ground here.
Somebody catch these and filter them.
Yeah, catch these for me and go through them, and it's just so helpful to know that I have a phone call away. I have another business owner that I can brainstorm with, and I can that will be direct and honest with me too. That will tell me
Yes.
no or say that's not a good idea, or have you looked at it this way? Because I know
Yeah.
me, I know what lane I'm in, and I also know what I'm not good at. So
Yeah.
I put people around me that are good at that. People around me at
Yeah.
where I want to go, where I see myself, because we can hold ourselves back by being in the wrong room too. We
Yeah.
just stay where we're really comfy and it becomes social and clicky and then we're like, networking doesn't work. Follow the
You're like, wait.
system. And every
Right?
organization has a system. They all have a process and a system. You just have to follow it. And it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. It might work for other people. I mean, there is an organization out there for everyone who wants to network. And networking definitely should be on your business plan for marketing.
Yeah. Yeah, even for those who, like uh, we're very fortunate. Most of our business has been built through referrals, but that
Hmm.
also means it was referrals from folks we networked with, whether it was walking into a room like you host or through our clients and the work we've done together.
Hmm.
It's a combination of both, right? Um, One of my favorite things is having new conversations with folks that I know came from a genuine space of we're all here to give. If I receive, great. I am super grateful for that. It's just not my goal. My goal is to be able to give. Who can I support? Who can we help? Who can we answer a simple question for? Who can we, I hate to
Hmm.
say commiserate with, because that's not really like that's the negative side of it, but like who can we relate to or share our experience? Or, again, if you're
Yeah.
showing up and saying I've had a bad day or I'm having an off week or something just isn't going right, I can't put my finger on it, I want to be able to ask questions that are helpful to help guide. And if they get to that answer, fantastic. If they don't, hopefully it's helped them take a few steps closer to it. Not everything can be solved in
Yes.
one conversation, but
No, but direction can show up, especially if someone feels stuck or if they feel overcapacitated, which is very common right now.
Mhm.
So one of the best questions that a past coach had asked me, I was going through something, not this business, a different one, and she said, "How can I support you right now? Like right this minute?" And I was like, it kind of took me back. I was like, no one's ever asked me that before.
Right.
Really, it's most of the time people are giving me answers or saying, you should do this, or you should do that, or you should try this, and you should try that. And so that is one of my favorite questions when I just this morning we had I'm on the board for the chamber in my community. And the president had something come up with her family. So she sent me a message, something came up, blah, blah, blah. Can you run the meeting this morning? Well, yeah, of course I can. I'm going to be there. And so afterwards, first thing I sent to her, are you okay? And how can I support you, or how can my community support you? Because now I've built this foundational community around me. Whatever you need, like we can help you. And it's not in a codependent way. It's in a real, loving, honest, authentic way to support somebody.
Absolutely. I think that codependent piece that you're referencing, I do think people get hung up in there, right? Because codependency is bad, but it's not. I love that you called that out. I really do. I wasn't expecting that. But there is part of this, like, well, I'm in business. I need to do this. I need to run the show. I need to have my
Yeah.
stuff together. I. And I think we do that pressure to ourselves, right? At least I have spent a long time putting
Yes.
that pressure on myself
Me too. Yep.
while having folks around me saying, "What do you need? Like,
Mm.
do you want to
You're
talk
like,
through
oh,
something? Do you want
hold on. I'll do this and then I'll let you know.
Right, right. I know my team. I have an amazing team who not so often anymore because I am much better. I am not perfect though. Pam, if you're listening, please don't out me.
Fantastic.
But but
Yeah.
I mean, there are things where I'm like, oh, I'll just da, 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 da," and she's like, no, you won't. I got it. I'm already done. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh
It's not your job.
man,
It's not your job. Yeah.
right.
I
She's like,
totally
stop
agree with
taking things
you.
from me.
Yeah. Stop taking my
So.
job away from me.
Right, right. But it's so
Yeah.
true, right? So, I don't in business, I don't think it's codependency. I think it's truly staying in our lane, understanding where our time is best spent. If I'm focused on
Yes. Mm.
something that is important and needs to get done but doesn't need my specific expertise, great. I have people right here willing, able, and quite frankly, if she's got the right dedication and mindset for it, she's going to do it better than I am anyway.
Yes. She wants
So,
to do it. You
well,
don't
right.
even want to do it.
Some of the things you're 100% right.
Yes. Yeah. New
Yep.
business owners, that is something that, and that is something to experience again,
Yeah.
similar to networking, where you experience again, you're at the ceiling. It's like, why am I not growing anymore? It's like, I'm here. It's because you don't have any space. You have no
Yeah.
space to even attract more clients because your space is so full and you're so compacted because you're doing it all.
Yeah.
And that letting go, that just really reflecting every single day on what did I do today that I could let go of? What did I do today to move the needle? I mean, there's weeks that would go by where the needle didn't move at all. And I finally am like, okay, what is this? Went to my board and they're like, well, the only way for you to scale now is you need to hire a VA and you need to start another group. Like you're just like
Right.
here. I'm like, oh yeah, again, seeing out of my own woods.
Yeah.
I'm in my forest. I'm in
Yep.
here looking around going, God, all the trees look the same. I don't even know how to get out of here. And
Right.
yeah, having people around you that you can just, hey, I need you to take care of this for me or give ownership to them. That
Yeah.
is such a huge growth point for business owners. Just give your passwords and your usernames away
Yep.
to your
Yep.
VA or to your employees and allow them to do their job. And more importantly, allow yourself to receive because we are terrible receivers and God put us on the planet. Women are, look how we're built. We are built as a receiver, honestly.
Right.
Physically, we're built as a receiver. We grew up with parents, parents from the 50s during the war. All the moms went to work. They got all independent. We had this whole, women's rights, women's lib, all that stuff. So we've kind of created our own monster with just
Yeah.
being terrible. Our poor men don't even know what to do with us because we don't receive them.
Don't say that out loud.
Oh, I just recorded that. But you
Right.
find that, and if just putting that into perspective of how we show up, can we show up in our power, grounded in ourselves, authentically knowing who we are, in our confidence, staying in our lane, and also be a receiver? We don't have to be so hard and tough. That's actually,
Right.
softness is more attractive and more powerful than rigid, than hard.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's, if we're showing up that way in the room, no matter if it's a family thing or a networking or um that's who you're going to attract. You're going to
Right.
reflect off of other people that show up in your life. And the beauty of that is the people around you are going to show you how you're showing up.
Yes.
That's a huge
Yeah, that's
reflection.
very true. That's very, very true. Well, Angela, we could do this all day,
I
obviously. I want to know, I know you had a couple of awesome and fantastic shareables here for our audience.
do.
What are those?
So I have a lead magnet that's out there for better networking, and it will be in the content of this. The link will be there. Go ahead and download it. It gives you some great tips on networking, even for those introverts. There's a whole section for you. I also have networking coaching, and I meet once a month. We practice hands-on intentional coaching, create confidence, help you with your intro. We do some real-time practice. It's for 6 months. You learn something, you go out and practice it. You learn something, you go out and just like anything else you do. You're going to learn an instrument, you're going to learn a new job. You have to put the time into practice. And also, you're welcome to use a guest pass and come to one of my meetings. I have meetings in a group in Andover, Blaine, North Oaks, a brand new one in Lake Elmo I just launched 2 months ago. I'm super excited about that one. And we play in the best curated agendas to get people to react and just feel connected. You might show up a little bit, I don't know, scattered and stressed from the day. You will leave feeling grounded and balanced and really connected to the people in the room. We just hold the
Absolutely.
space. Yeah.
Absolutely. I I have been in those rooms and I have to say it has been an absolute favorite of mine. Like through all
Oh,
the years, through all
thank
the
you.
different networking, the way you guys run the meetings and the people, like the collective of all of the people and the owners
Mm,
in there. You talk about if they're not the supportive type, they're not your people. Like there is no question. Your rooms have people who are genuinely invested in, if I walked into the room and I tripped and I fell, please don't let that happen. But if that happened, there's going to be the six closest people to me to help pick me up, right? Like
yes.
that
Yes.
is not a question mark in your rooms. So,
Yeah.
highly encourage visiting if any of those areas are available to you. Angela, thank you so much for being here and joining us. I'm grateful that our audience gets to hear from you,
Thank
and thank
you.
you.
It was an honor being with you here. I love you. I love having you in my life and
Oh,
seeing your cute little face. So I was excited to do this with
likewise.
you.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I all the same feelings. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us for the CEO Shift. If today's conversations challenged your thinking or helped you see your business differently, it's time to put what you learned into action. If you want practical guidance on making better CEO level decisions, download the CEO Decision Guide now. This framework is what leaders use to stop spinning their wheels and start scaling with clarity. Download your free copy at spadergroup.com/CEO-guide and start making decisions like a CEO today. We'll see you next time on the CEO Shift.